really good tips that Claire's going to give you in regards to Instagram.
So we'll just wait another couple of minutes. I guess we'll just ask you guys, have you all got an Instagram account? Are you starting out? Do you want to share how many followers you've got when you started?
Yeah, absolutely. Because remember, we all start at 0. So there's a chat box below. Click on that.
Exactly.
So yeah, where you're listening. Yeah. Yeah, start 0. Everyone does. So click on the chat box and tell us where you're listening in from, because that's always super cool. That the world is 6 degrees separation. It was so close. And whether you've got Instagram and how many followers you've got on Instagram. So I am in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia.
There we go. As am I.
Yeah, Claire's just up the road from me. No, well, I don't know how far, about 40 minutes away, something like that.
Yeah, about that. So I'm just making sure I've got everybody muted. Oh, excuse me, sniffles. Now, I am just going to put a caveat on this that I have a sick child lying on the couch next to me. So if I am doing a bit of this, that's why. Because it's real life here, people. That's what happens. Great.
That is such a cute back wall too. Is that tiles or is that wallpaper or is that real brick?
Brick. Real brick. So our whole house inside pretty much was red brick and we painted it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. Love
from
the
Trinidad. That is so cool. From Melbourne. Minky's from Melbourne. Carissa from Trinidad. 755 Instagram followers. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
10 o'clock.
All right.
And Julia from London.
Yeah.
Goodness. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right. I think we'll get started. We're on time. Yeah. It's on the dot.
Yep. Okay. I'll just switch over to share my screen. Very late. Yeah. What time is it over there, Julia?
They're -9, so 1 a.m.
Oh, 1 a.m. Yeah, that's late.
Yeah, but Julia loves showing up for the live. She does this all the time. She'd rather show up for the live than see the replay. She'll stay up late just to see us.
Good. It is more fun that way. All right. Now, Beck, you reckon that putting it onto the screen, the actual display can mess with Zoom?
It can mess with Zoom and shut it down. It won't. It'll what do you call it? Freeze the screen.
Okay, let's not do that.
Alexia said so she can't hear anything.
Can't hear anything.
Obviously, Julia could. Maybe try refreshing. I'll type that in the chat box. I'll deal with that one.
Okay. Now, I'll just point out that while I am screen sharing, I can't see your comments. So I'm not ignoring you. If I don't answer straight away, I'll come back to them at the end, or Beck will pipe in with the question if it's something that needs to be answered straight away. So just remember that. You'll just let me know when we're good to go, Beck.
Okay. So Alexi got the message, and Kathy's arrived, and Karen as well. So I'm saying hi to them in the chat box. So you're good to go.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Instagram. Now, Instagram is a wonderful tool for business. Oh, okay, I can see it flashing up, but I can't see the actual comments. So, hello. And it can be a brilliant source of traffic and source of business, but it can also be a serious waste of time if you don't have a solid Instagram strategy in place and have your account built up so that it can really get you some benefits from it. So having your profile set up, using it, utilizing it. Where is the word that I'm trying to find?
Maximizing
the impact from your Instagram account. So in today's workshop, I'm going to share with you 11 steps that you can use to, what just happened? To pimp your Instagram. Is there a giant red line across that? Oh, okay.
Yes, there is. Oh, weird.
Weird. Okay. So 11 steps to pimp your Instagram so that you can get maximum benefit. Maximum, thank you, Beck. Maximum benefit from Instagram and It's not just wasting your time. And so that you can generate quality followers from it, because even though some people say it's about the numbers, it's really not, because there's no point having 5,000 Instagram followers that are not your audience. Whereas if you have just a small following of, say, 400 followers, and they really are involved, they're really interested in what you're posting, then that's going to be much more beneficial than having 5,000 just followers. You know how you see those people who say gain followers, use this. Yeah, we want quality followers, not just numbers. All right, so pimp your Instagram. Tip number 1 is account name. Now, I hope this should be clear enough. If you're looking on a phone, you might want to zoom in. But so account name is, you've got your Instagram handle. So if I put mine as an example. So my Instagram handle is Claire K Creations, but your account name is this, where it says Claire Cameron. So this is really valuable real estate. When people search in Instagram, it will come up with your handle and then underneath it your account name. So if you just have your handle, so say Claire K Creations, and then you have your name underneath it, not really telling people what you're about. If you go over here, you'll see that I've got my account name as Declutter, Simplify, Organize. Instantly gives people an idea of what I'm about. So when they're scrolling through, searching for new people to follow or just searching for certain topics, they instantly see what I'm about. Whereas some people, so I do go into more examples in something else for this, but say you make cakes. This was an example that I had. And you just have your name as your business name. So say it was Claire Cameron, and then I had just Claire Cameron under it. Nobody is going to know what you do just from looking at the search results. So changing your account name to something really, so if you were Brisbane Creative Cakes, something like that. Really, really valuable real estate and a really great way to gain followers, because people instantly know what you're about. So pimp your Instagram. Tip number 2 is to utilize a free tool called Linktree for your URL. So the URL in Instagram, you can only have one URL. And if you are posting, say, blog posts, different things all the time, and you're referencing your profile, so saying, click on the link in my profile to view whatever this thing is, view the blog post. If you don't use Linktree, you need to be changing that all the time. And also, if people look at a post and it was earlier in the week and you've since updated the URL with something else, then that one's going to be gone. So Linktree is a free tool that creates, so you can see here, this is my Linktree link. And then over here, when you click on that, this is what it looks like. So you can add, I'm actually not sure how many you can add. You wouldn't want too many. But you can add a whole number of links just from that one link. So I have my free download, whatever that, I created this, where the date is, a couple of weeks ago, but you can see, so I'd posted chocolate muffins. That was one of the recipes I'd posted like within that week. I've got some freebies and a link to my website and my podcast and my free Facebook community. So really good tool for making the most of that little URL, because again, you only get a limited number of characters for everything, so you want to get maximum bang for your buck from all of these things.
Claire, I've got a question for you. Is Linktree available on PC or Android?
I believe it is available on Android as well, so it is it's on PC definitely. I assume it's available on Android because it is a PC program. So you go to linktr, maybe type this in the comments spec, .ee, and you can set up your free account. So I'm just using the free version. The paid version, I'm not sure of the cost. It's not very much, but with the paid version, you do get analytics. So you can see how many people are clicking on those links. And I think you can also set them up to go live at different times. So say you knew that you were going to post something tomorrow at 2 p.m., you can set up that link so that it goes live tomorrow at 2 p.m. So that could be really useful. Personally, I've been using it for months and I'm still using the paid version, and I think it's great. All right. Pimp your Instagram. Number 3 is your bio. So your bio is this little bit here. And again, limited number of characters. You want people to instantly know who you are and what you do, and a little bit about what makes you different. So I've just included these as a little bit of an example. So you can instantly see from these what they do. Concrete jellyfish, Australian handmade resin accessories. Now, the only thing that I would add in here is there's nothing here that says who Concrete Jellyfish is. Is it a person? Is it a big business? One thing about this is we need to remember that Instagram is a social media platform. So people come on here to be social. They want to get to know you. So putting something a little bit personal in here is a great way to make followers instantly connect with you. So I'll just go back into mine. So you can see I've got just a few little random things in here. I'm Claire, so that's instead of putting my name in here, I've put it here. I love stripes, type A, closet hippie, helper of overwhelmed mums to declutter, simplify and organise. So it explains what I do and gives just a little bit of an idea of who I am. Using emojis is a great way to, what's wrong, Tony? Sorry, 1 second. Oh, it stopped. Sorry, the headphones have fallen out. So using emojis is a great way to maximise because you've only got a certain number of characters. So if you use emojis, then you obviously don't have to type out the word. And it also makes it visually a lot easier for people to scan through because, again, got to catch people in an instant. All right, are there any questions coming through, Beck?
No, that one's good. Great description.
All right, so next one. Number 4 is people buy from people. So I've just put a screenshot over here. This is from one of the tools that I will be talking about in another tip, but these are my most popular posts of all time. Now, I've been on Instagram, I would say 4 years. I wouldn't know. No, well, that's my wedding. At least 4 years. These are my most popular posts of all time. They are all family photos. My grandma actually features in most of them. So it just shows that even though I'm a business and I am not just here to share personal photos, my followers are not generally like family and friends. It's people following me for my business, and those are the most popular photos. So it just shows that people like it when you share a bit of your personal, you don't have to, you draw the line wherever you want to draw the line, but people want to know about you because that's what sets you apart from the next person that's doing relatively the same thing as you. People will follow you because of who you are and that they find some kind of connection with you. So sharing family photos and a little bit of a story behind things. That is key to building your audience. Beck, have you got something to add to that one?
I've got a question in regards to the description. Would you place in your description that you've won cake shows, for example?
Sorry?
Would you place in your description that you have won cake shows or your qualifications or certificates?
Oh, in the bio?
In the description bio section.
Yep, definitely. If that's something, so if you're a cake, that sets you apart. If you're
winning a competition.
Yeah, competition winner, then definitely something like that. Yeah, so anything you can think of that sets you apart from other people, that's what you want to put in your bio. So sharing people buy from people is what we've just got to remember. And we talk about this in nearly every workshop that we do, is that we have to remember to put the personal aspect into everything that we do, because at the end of the day, we are our brands, and people need that connection. I can see a few questions coming through. I can just see it flashing. It's not actually.
That's all good. I'm dealing with them.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, okay, so Pimp Your Instagram tip number 5 is to link up your Facebook page. So this is just another way that people can connect with you, but you can also set it up so that you can post to Instagram and it will automatically post to your Facebook page. I don't have that set up, but it's just another way that people can follow you and find you. Again, the more places people can find you, the more they're going to connect with you, the more leads to leads, leads to sales. So that one's a really simple one. Now, Pimp Your Instagram tip number 6 is be consistent. Now, when I say be consistent, I don't necessarily mean posting 3 times a day every day. What I mean is having some sort of theme to the way you post. So you can see here, this is my Instagram feed before I had some sort of strategy behind it. So it's really just a hodgepodge. I would just post when I felt like it, what I felt like. And I really wasn't getting any traction. My followers were stagnant for at least 6 months. I'd probably say more, like almost a year. It would go up a little bit and then down. Like just could not get back even. I remember this last year, me complaining that I could not grow my Instagram following. Then I started with a bit of a strategy for my Instagram. It just took off because people could see, they got an idea of what I was posting and what was coming next. So you can see over here. Now it's not like, I personally am not the full on, everything's one color, everything's all aligned. It doesn't have to be like that. It's just consistent in that. So know that I post a photo, then some kind of graphic photo, some kind of graphic. Then all down this side, all my photos are personal photos. So whether I'm sharing a personal story, or it can even link to your business. It could be, say you're a cake decorator. It could just be a photo of you making a cake, and that's a bit of a behind the scenes thing. It doesn't have to be a photo of you like doing something that's not business related, just a photo of you. So that's me down here. And then in the middle, I share all of these photos of tips. And then this side, they're all recipes. So it's just having some kind of strategy to how you do it and consistency so that people know what to expect. People like knowing what to expect. And so that when they come in to have a glance at your Instagram, they can look at it and get an idea of what you do, rather than, if you came into my Instagram and had a look at that last year, be like, what does she do? I don't get it. So
Claire, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
How do you get them all to line up underneath each other, like you just pointed out, the personal graphic?
So there is, I'm just checking if I put it on something. So I am going to talk about that a little bit further on.
Cool. It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
All right. So tip number 7 is to use Instagram stories. So if you have, when Instagram stories first came out, I can remember talking to my sister who works in digital marketing, and I said, I don't get it. Why would anybody want to know about like what I just do during the day? Like, I don't get it. And she said, no, people want to get to know you. They love that stuff. People want to see behind the scenes. They want to see how you do things. They want to see, again, people buy from people. They want to know that you're a real person and that somebody that they can relate to and that they can sort of see themselves through you. So using Instagram stories would be, what's wrong there? Sharing a bit of behind the scenes life. So showing your creative process, showing how you do things, showing yourself in, so this is showing yourself in the problem that you're trying to solve. Does this make sense? So say for me, I'm just looking at a giant pile of washing over there. So one of my things is simplifying life for people. So this sounds really ridiculous, but getting the laundry done easier. So behind the scenes, an example of that would be showing myself actually folding the laundry and having a big pile of laundry so people can see it and go, oh, okay, yeah, she is like me. I've got a giant pile of laundry like that. It's building the relatability. I hope that makes sense, and showing the problem Yeah, but
Yeah, I was thinking of like if you're making a batch of buttercream, so you could show that whipping up in a bowl, or it could be
exactly.
You're eating chocolate cake for breakfast, and a little Insta story on that say, "Don't judge me."
Yeah. So another thing, is say you are posting a recipe or a cake or something like that, is posting the behind the scenes. So it can be the creative process in that, like how you design a cake. Even shopping for ingredients or shopping for, if you're an artist, if you're shopping for the paint, showing like just the littlest things. People love seeing how you do things and giving them a little, I'm going down the artist thing, but showing them the difference between the paints and how you chose this color because it made you feel something, just little bits. And again, like Beck said, showing little techniques. So if you show a cake with smooth buttercream icing, I don't 100% know what I'm talking about when I'm doing this, but I'm just going to go with the analogy, but showing exactly how you made it perfectly smooth. So you can say in your Instagram post, to see how I did it, check out Instagram stories. So a little bit, again, giving them a bit more of the picture than just one little square photo.
I've got a comment, and I feel like a lot of listeners today are struggling with this.
Yes.
It's cool how you had the images in that 1, 2, 3 manner, and Charissa says it's cool. I feel like I'm rushing when I post pictures to keep my account active in the midst of chaos, my business chaos. I'd love to learn how to organize my account and pose my cakes a lot better. So is it that you have a goal of posting once per day? Is that the tip that you could give for Charissa and Kathy agreed, and Julia agreed, and Cheryl? They're all struggling with this.
Yes. Okay. I'll probably cover this a little bit further on, but just one thing. When you said did you say posting cakes or posing them, as in like getting photos?
Posting pics. So just posting photos.
Okay. Yeah. And I've got a few
awesome.
A few tips for you on that one as well. So stay tuned. Getting there. Okay. So tip number 8, engage to get. Beck, can you mute yourself? I can hear echo. Engage to get engagement. So as I've said, it's social media. It's called social for a reason. It's a two-way street. You can't expect people to follow you and engage with you if you don't engage with them as well. So if people leave a comment on one of your photos, comment back. It doesn't have to be massive, and you don't have to be on it all the time. Just dedicate 5 minutes where you just go through and reply to comments. Check out other people's posts and on people who you follow who might be relevant, just like posts every now and then, leave a comment, just things to be a little bit interactive. When people send you a direct message, you have to reply to them, because if you don't reply to them, they could be a potential customer and you have lost them. Because you imagine if you are potentially going to buy from somebody or engage their services and you send them a message about something and they don't reply, it's you're instantly put off. So you have to engage to get engagement. It's really just general courtesy. Okay, Pimp your Instagram tip number 9 is use all the hashtags. So I feel like this is one that people do struggle with, and I have to admit I struggled with it until I learned how to actually find them and how to use them. So what you can do on Instagram is, if you go into the search function, you can search by hashtag. So my tip for this, I can see a lot of questions coming through. Beck, do you want to, is there anything?
Charissa said she was asking also about posing her cakes, how to pose them with baked backgrounds and props and cloth on table. It looks beautiful, but I never get the time. So I said we'll cover that at the end, a bit of photography tips.
Okay, yep, sure. Can definitely do that. Okay, so hashtags. So if you go into the search function in Instagram, and then you go over to tags, you can type in a topic. So say if you are a cake decorator, you could type in cake decorating, and then it comes up with all relevant hashtags. Now when you click on that, it will then come up with suggested similar hashtags. So my tip for you is to create a list of hashtags that are relevant to your business, but to also get specific. So say you are a cake decorator. Instead of just using cake decorating, you would use cake decorating as a hashtag, but you would also use, say, Brisbane cake decorating if you were based in Brisbane, because people are searching for specifics. And also, when you look, I've been given my phone back so I can show you. So when you are searching by hashtag, it comes up with, so say I'm going cake decorating. So if you can see this, it comes up with top posts at the top, and then further down, it's most recent. So you can see if you are posting, if you are just using the hashtag cake decorating, there are 2.3 million posts on cake decorating. But if you use the hashtag cake decorating Brisbane, there were only 5 posts. So if somebody's searching for that, you're going to stay in those results a lot faster. So that's why you use multiple hashtags, so that you can come up in a whole lot of different search results, and getting specific with your hashtags as well as broad. So my tip for that would just be to start searching. So start with your main topic and search for that hashtag. And then when you click on that, so I'll just go back to the other one for you. So if you can see along the top, it comes up with related hashtags. So that's how I came up with my list. Then I'd just create a list in your phone or on your computer, just in notes, and use those hashtags on every post that you do. Are there any questions on that one, or do you have anything to add, Beck?
So I was just typing up the notes is what you're saying. So create a list of hashtags relevant to your business, then use multiple hashtags and get more and more specific. So start with the main topic and then click on that and then see the suggested results.
Yes, and you can use 30 hashtags per post, but the other thing you can do is also post them in the comments if you've got extra ones, depending on your post.
Yeah, so Teresa said last month I was shadow banned on IG. I was using the same hashtag on most of my pictures, but some of the hashtags I created, so it was odd being banned for it. Have you ever been banned for that?
I haven't. I don't know whether that would have been using the same hashtags all the time, or they did come up with a list of shadow banned hashtags that people had been overusing. So that might have been the reason. I know that there were some very random ones that got banned, like dogs of Instagram, I think. So it might just be worth doing a search for hashtags that have been shadow banned just before you do that. But it's more the posts, the hashtags that people use just to get attention because they're really popular ones. So if you stay away from those ones. So again,
so look for the hashtags that have less searches. Is that what you're saying?
More specific. Exactly. So if you look at the numbers underneath them, okay, if I'm going to be really specific, look for hashtags that have less than 1 million posts under them. If they've got more than 1 million, then they're most likely, it's kind of like clickbaiting, but with hashtags, is using the really popular ones. So, and again, it's not worth you using one of your hashtags on that because it's just going to disappear in the search results anyway. So it's a double win for that. All right. Now, tip number 10. I feel like this is the one that you've all been waiting for.
I had a lot of people having an aha moment with tip number 9 saying, I never knew that. Thank you. I didn't know that either. I found it. Didn't even know that existed. So they must have been searching for the hashtags up the top.
Awesome.
Lots of aha moments.
It was really funny. One of my friends who is completely non-tech, like I teach her everything. She taught me that about hashtags. She was ridiculously pleased with herself. Okay, so I've forgotten what we're talking about. Tip number 10, planning and scheduling. So I feel like this is the one you've all been waiting for. So there is a fabulous tool. Now, I do believe this is on Android and Apple, iPhone, and it's called Plan, the PLANN, and it's a free
free app. Is it an
app.
Yeah.
So it's a free app, but it does have in-app purchases. So of course, different. That starts at. She's just put her prices up. I think it starts at $5 a month for the paid versions, and with the paid versions, you get more analytics, and then as you move up, you can add more accounts. So I do manage a couple of Instagram accounts, so that's why I'm on the higher version. But so with Plan, you can plan out exactly what you're going to post and move them around. So that's how I get an idea of how my Instagram account is going to look. And it also saves so much time. I know, Jess was saying that it's so hard to post when you're in the midst of all the chaos and I don't know whether you're trying to do a whole lot of different orders and post on Instagram at the same time. So my advice for you would be to, when you do have time, to sit down and work out a whole lot of Instagram posts in Plan. So Plan lets you import a photo. You can take photos in it. You can import them from your phone. You can create images on something like Canva or PicMonkey and put them into it. And then again, move them all around. You can't schedule Instagram right now. It is something that's coming in, but using this tool, you can schedule, and then it will send you a notification when it's time to post. And all you do, you write the caption and everything in Plan. All you do is copy it over to Instagram. Well, you actually just click on post and it will copy it over to Instagram. You whack in your caption, just paste it, and then you post. So it makes it so much simpler. So something like this, I do like on the couch at night, 5 minutes, I'll go through, chuck in a whole lot of posts and write a few and move them around. And sometimes I'll even put in the photos and then come up with a story that's relevant to my business or relevant to what's going on at the time. So I might put in a photo and I'm not actually going to post it for a couple of weeks or know what I'm going to say about it. So it just at least gives me some content to keep going with it. So this has allowed me to be consistent and always have ideas for what to post. So sometimes I might post a couple in one day and sometimes I might just post one. It just depends on really how I'm feeling at the time. But posting once a day, if you're going to set yourself a target, post once a day. And this makes it so much easier.
Yeah, so this specifically is what you're asking about, how to get that tiled effect, that it's quite pretty and laid out. So Plan is an app Plan, PLANN, is an app where you can input your images, so that's what we call content, or your graphic or photos, etc. And you can create the words and the hashtags. You can copy and paste it in Plan. You can move it around to make it look prettier, the tiled effect. And then when it comes to your once per day posting to Instagram, you go into Plan, you copy, you paste it over and do it. So it's a lot less thinking. So you sit down for, like Claire said, 5 or 10 minutes in the evening, or schedule it in your work day, going, all right, this is my Instagram planning time. I'm going to go collate that or put it together in Plan so that I don't have to think about it for the rest of the week. All I have to do is copy and paste once per day, if that's your goal, to post once per day. Which is what we recommend.
The other thing that you can do is, if you look down here at the hashtag, so Plan lets you create hashtag sets. So like I said, if you were creating a note in your phone, so you can type out all the hashtags and then you literally just click on copy and it'll copy to your clipboard, and you can paste them into your post as well when you post it.
So got a question. Do you use Plan on PC or just phones?
They don't actually have a PC version yet. I know she is working on it. A friend of mine is friends with the lady who created it, so she's working on it, but no. It would be brilliant and will be brilliant when she has it, because it's so much easier to write it all out on your computer. But no, right now it's only on phones. But I mean, you could type them all out in a Word document and then send it to yourself and copy it over if you wanted to do it all at once and type. You didn't want to be sitting there typing on your phone. But no, as yet, it's only available on phones.
Is there a minimum number of hashtags to use?
Minimum number of hashtags. I think it depends on what you're posting. I would say 10, is probably the minimum that I use. But again, it depends what you're posting.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there a maximum number of hashtags?
Yes. Well, per post, you can post 30 hashtags. You can then put more in comments, but I would stick to 30 maximum. So sometimes, so another tip, this is really a bit more next level. You don't have to do this, but one thing that I do is I'll post a photo and then I'll do a couple of hashtags that are really specific to that photo. So say it was this photo of my grandma and I was talking about some tip that she gave me about the simplifying life that she used to use back in the day. So I would type up the post. I would put maybe a couple of relevant hashtags like, my grandma, family, old school tip. And then in the comments, I would paste over my hashtag set that it's about simple living. So that would be all of my hashtags that I use every time I post anything that's to do with simple living. Does that make sense? So that would have a maximum of 30, and then there'd be a couple of very specific to that post hashtags. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Awesome.
Okay, does anyone have any more questions about the planning and scheduling and laying it all out? So this app, it's literally drag and drop. So you can drag, just use your finger, drag and drop them around till it all looks how you want it to look.
What we might do at the end of the slides and the presentation is maybe you can show on your phone the plan app.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yeah. My phone's currently being used for ABC Kids, but I'll see
if your son doesn't
it.
have it, yes. Claire's voice sick at home for anyone who doesn't know. All right, cool. Tip number 10.
Okay. All right. So tip number 11 to pimp your Instagram is get sales. So ask for sales. You want to be posting your discounts, posting your promotions, posting competitions, posting when you create a new product. People aren't there. You don't want to just be selling to them, but what's that book? Beck? Jab, 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 punch?
Jab, yeah, something like that.
I think I might have made that up. So it's about that you're sharing useful, entertaining, all of this stuff. And then you're asking for a sale. And then you're sharing really good stuff. And then you're asking for a sale. So it's sliding in those sales requests while giving them really good stuff. You don't want to always be throwing products at people and asking them to buy things. You want to be building that relationship. But you do, at the end of the day, you want to make sales. So you've got to ask for it. Do you have anything to add to that one, Beck?
So my thoughts are people might be wondering how many posts and then how many times asking for a sale. I think 3 times content and then 1 sale. So 25% asking for a sale is my thoughts. What do you think?
Yeah, I usually, in terms of Instagram with the layout, it's normally so it'll be 1 row is completely just content, and then 1 row might have a sale in it. 1 row content, 1 row with a sale. So that's every 6th-ish post, just in terms of layout. But that's just my visual mind going. But
and then Kathy asks, and what I was going to bring up as well is how would you ask for the sales? So for me, that means giving a call to action on your post, a call to action, a CTA. So giving the direct next action step that you want people to take. All right, so it depends on your product or business, but what do you want them to do which will equal a sale? Is it contact me for a free quote today? Head to my website and link to your website, or links in the bio. Is it enter my competition? Is it get a free voucher here? Is it get free shipping here? That direct call to action saying head to the link in the bio, I think is the most popular for Instagram. Is that correct, Claire?
Yes, head to the link in the bio to use your discount to buy now, or your sales ending in 2 days. This is where you buy it. Yeah. Head to the link in my bio to find out more. I think Beck covered them all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Promotion, deal, discount,
as Beck said,
shipping.
Yeah, asking them to take a direct action.
Give them very, very clear next action steps, like go to the link in the bio and click it. Don't leave any unanswered questions on what you want them to do next. Really
spell it out. Yes, that is one thing you learn over and over and over and over. You've got to spell things out. All right, so I'll just quickly run through again from the start. So we've got 11 steps to pimp your Instagram. So number 1 is to maximize the use of your account name. Number 2, excuse me, using Linktree in your URL. So pimp your URL. Number 3 is bio, is putting in, no, I thought it's gone, is maximizing the use of your bio so that people instantly know who you are and what you do and what they can expect from following your account. Tip number 4 is people buy from people. So make sure that you are personal in there as well and sharing stuff about you, not just your brand. Tip number 5, link up your Facebook page if you have one. Number 6, be consistent. So Beck and I recommended posting once a day, but also having a structure to the way that you post. So people can see straight away when they open up your profile a bit about what you do, and they can get an idea of who you are and what you do. Number 7, use Instagram stories to show behind the scenes, to show extra techniques, to show extra details of what you're doing, and give people a little bit more of an idea so that people can see themselves in you. And they can see, oh, okay, she is like me. I can do that too. If it's something that you're teaching them, if it's, say you're selling cakes, it's showing people how awesome you are basically behind the scenes, and showing, I would say cake decorating, showing the work that goes into things, because people who don't make cakes don't see how much work goes into creating like little, I don't know the technical terms, Beck, but showing people the details behind your work and giving it real value, because we know how valuable it is, but some people don't. So showing that behind the scenes, that's another thing I missed first time through. Tip number 8, engage to get engagement. So Instagram is social, it's a two-way street. You need to be talking to your audience, not just expecting them to take all the action. Number 10, use all the hashtags. So creating your set of hashtags and making sure that you use them in every post. Tip number 10, planning and scheduling. So using the Plan app, P-L-A-N-N, to schedule your posts so that you don't have to be doing them at the last minute and stressing about what you're going to post today. You can do them all once a week, once a fortnight, and then it's literally just a case of copying and pasting every day or however often. Number 11, get sales. So as we said, be really specific with asking. Contact me via the link in my profile for a free quote. Click the link in my profile to buy now, or to apply your discount, or to enter the competition, etc., etc. Being really specific, asking them to take action. Now, so we've been through the 11 steps, but if you are thinking that you want help with working out exactly how to do all of this, how to actually set up your plan and schedule, find your best hashtags that are specific to you and your niche, and help with creating your images and scheduling everything out, then this is what we share, just one of the things that we share in Blog Business School. So we're actually just about to upload a whole new Instagram course within Blog Business School, and this shows all of these steps in great detail, exactly how to do them and how to set them up, and behind the scenes of my Instagram account and how I do it, and the changes that it has made to my following and to my engagement. It's incredible. As I've been complaining about how I could not get my Instagram followers to increase and get any traction from Instagram for months and months and months. And since I made these changes and started using all of these tools and scheduling, it has just exploded. As I said, I don't know if you guys follow our Facebook page, but I posted yesterday, just every time I open my Instagram in the morning, because I'm naughty and I open my Instagram when I wake up, always got at least a handful of new followers, but usually it's a lot more. So as I said, I'm averaging 20 new followers a day just from implementing all of these new things. So Beck and I have Blog Business School. We have a special going on at the moment that if you sign up for Blog Business School for 1 year, which is $197, you also go in the draw to win a $6,000 blogging business prize pack. So in that, but also if you sign up in the next 24 hours, so by 11 a.m., oops, it's not March 16, it should be March, what's the date? 29, you receive a 10-minute online live Instagram review with a list of recommended hashtags and 6 personalized Instagram graphics. That's valued at $147. So Beck and I will go into your Instagram. We'll do this just like we're doing here, screen sharing, and give you some tips. So I'll tell you how to give you some suggestions for how to improve your bio and your name, some suggestions on strategy for the way you post your images, maybe some improvements on your captions. We'll give you a list of hashtags we think would be most valuable for you, personalized Instagram graphics. So like you saw on mine, can't show you right now because someone has a phone, whether it's quotes or little recipe cards, depend, of course, relevant to your business. So personalized to you and your brand. And there's some questions coming through, Beck. So in Blog Business School, it's all the tools and resources you need to run a wildly successful blogging business to be able to quit your day job and earn an awesome income and live your sweet business dreams. So quit your day job like Beck did. I'm sure if you've been following Beck for a while, you will, if you saw her story yesterday about 1 year on from retiring her boyfriend, very inspirational. So the prize pack, the $6,000 prize pack, so it includes lifetime access to Blog Business School, a spot in the 6-month Rebekah and Claire mentored mastermind, 1 year free access to a convert kit, which is the email service provider that we use, rebranding style guide and branding review, 10 social media graphics. So these are to be used across all your social media accounts, 1 year access to Samcart, which is our shopping cart program that Beck and I both use and recommend, copy of Profit First, which is the best business book ever, changed both of our lives, and a surprise gift pack in the mail from us. And probably the best part is a half-day, 3.5-hour deep dive business online consulting review with the two of us, and that's valued at $1,800. So that's the prize pack that you go in the draw to win if you join Blog Business School for 1 year. So what is Blog Business School? So inside Blog Business School, we have exclusive training modules on how to grow your business. So there is the Instagram course. Like I said, it goes into specific detail about how to set up your account, what to post, how to use your descriptions to really engage your audience, and how to lead them over into sales. There's an SEO strategy, so how Beck got Google ranking of #1 in 8 months, because I know SEO, it still blows my mind. Beck is the genius. Oh, pointing the wrong way. SEO genius. There's email marketing 101 and 101 plus in there. So Beck got 2,000 organic email subscribers and how to make sales through your emails. Profit First. So we talk about Profit First and how to have a profitable business in 60 days or less. And it is less. Seriously, Profit First, it changed my business. It changed both of our businesses, didn't it, Beck?
Yeah, it really did. It's mind-blowing, and a lot of people are taking on the Profit First system. And like I said, you're profitable from day one.
I love it. The people so there's also a Facebook group. We have I'll be finished in a sec, darling. We have a dedicated Facebook group for blog business school students. So quite a few people have been getting really excited about Profit First in there, and it's so awesome seeing. Anyway, makes my nerdy little heart sing. People getting enthusiastic about it. So it's also blogging 101, so the business of blogging, what blogging is, how to get it set up, how to get the most out of it. And there's social media central. So it's where to start with YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and rocking them, and so much more. So we add a new module.
Yeah, and I want to add that in Blog Business School, Teresa, you're asking about how to pose your cakes and props and things like that. There is Photography 101 course, so video tutorial step by step on exactly how to do that. So that's the answer to your question there. So that's included inside Blog Business School.
So if I just wanted to give you a quick tip on that, it would be lighting. Make sure light and bright spots. So when you're going to take a photo of a cake, put it in front of how do I describe it, Beck? You want the light to be coming onto your cake.
Yeah, natural lighting is the key.
Good natural light. If I had to give one tip, it would be good, bright, natural light and not direct sunlight.
Yeah, so near a door or window that catches natural light, but again, not direct light like Claire just said, and putting up a whiteboard behind it and to the side of it to reflect the light back. Natural lighting is the key, and you can do it with a normal iPhone that most people have. It could be with an iPad, it could be with a special camera if you've got one of the fancy smancy cameras, but you certainly don't need one to get a good photo. A couple of minutes setting up a background and in natural lighting, that will sell your cakes for you. It will do wonders for your cake business.
And a white backdrop, you can start with just a piece of white cardboard, those pieces of paper you used to do projects on in primary school. That'll do it to start with. You don't need anything really special. That would be my number one tip for that. So that is Blog Business School. So if you enroll in Blog Business School, you get to go in a competition. You get special bonus if you join within the next 24 hours and access to us. All right, now I'm going to turn off this screen sharing so I can see the questions.
Yeah, we've got some questions.
Holy moly, lots of questions.
Somebody was saying, can you use DM to get new followers? I don't even know what DM is.
Okay, just let me work out how to turn off this screen share. Why can't I turn it off? Oh, stop share.
There's a small, tiny red stop share button every time.
Tiny. Okay. Where did okay, chat. Expand. Okay, let me just go back here. Another story. Okay. Wow, you guys have got some questions. Okay. All
right, so Kathy was asking about direct messaging. Do you use DM to get new followers? Have you done that before?
Okay, so are you talking about messaging people who aren't, so you're talking about messaging people who aren't following you? Is that what you're asking?
All right, we'll get Kathy to clarify that.
Yeah. Cake and Krista says she uses cake emojis. Awesome. Yeah. My grandma's so cute, isn't she? She is 100. Would you believe it?
So cute.
Would you place in the description if one cake shows you? Yes. Okay. Never thought of personal photos on your business account. I know, and a lot of people don't think of that, but it makes such a difference to your business. Okay. But always limited to desserts. Yeah. Done in stories. Yeah, so that's a good place to start, but again, and I mean, you can start off with, you don't have to have your face front and center. You can start off with just I don't know, picture of your hand in something.
Yeah, I had the suggestion that I don't, for example, put the face of my boyfriend or my boyfriend's daughter on anything social for the most part, not without their permission. So I'll use like the back of them. If they're looking away from me, but they're playing with something, or they're at the beach running around and, or it's a silhouette of them, I'll use that. And I feel fine with that personally.
Exactly. And that's like what I said, you've got to set your own boundaries. So you don't have to do what everybody else does. Set your boundaries and stick to that. Usually I have a photo of my boyfriend's. Sorry, Beck, reading out your comment. How do you get them all to line up? That. Shift when you post something new. So yeah, Julia, they do shift when you post something new. So that's how using the Plan app, you can see how it's going to look. Like, yes, my photos, so say the photos of me are all in a line, and then when I post something new, they'll move over and they keep moving over. But if you use the Plan app, then you know that they'll keep lining up. Does that make sense? Yeah. So they do move, but they will stay lined up. Seeing accounts like that, it's cool, but I feel like I'm rushing when I post pics just to keep my account active in the midst of baking chaos. So we covered that. Thank Carissa. I do feel a bit better about that now. Me too. Everybody need more hours in the day. I know. I wish we could give you more hours in a day, but doing something like this, scheduling all your Instagram, it does give you more hours in a day because it takes a lot less time to do it all at once rather than do it once every day.
Yeah, and getting rid of the overwhelm every single day. The less decisions that we make per day makes the day feel so much better. We've got enough decisions to make.
Baby, stop kicking. Okay. Didn't even know that existed. Oh, the hashtags, yes. Instagram shadowbanning. Please hear phones. Sorry, just going through ask for sales. We've said that. Alexi says very informational. Awesome. But also see the mess. And that's all right, Julia. It's real life. People like seeing that because they like seeing that they're not alone. If they're sitting in their messy house and they're seeing photos of everyone with their perfect everything, it doesn't make you feel awesome, does it? But if you're seeing photos of people's actual real life, then yeah, I think it makes people feel a lot better. Kitchen gets messy. And you know, sometimes I share, so I talk about meal planning and meal prep and stuff. I often share photos of my messy kitchen just to show people, yeah, my kitchen looks like this sometimes. It's not perfect all the time.
Yeah, I reckon buttercream splattered on the wall. Fabulous. Great content.
Exactly. So Bex posted a link to Blog Business School to where to join in the comments because I'm an idiot and didn't actually tell you guys that. Will that also be available to members who've already signed up? Yes, of course, Julia. It will be. Your copy of Profit First, I'm assuming. Awesome.
Yeah, Julia got Profit First.
Direct messaging for new followers. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how that would be done, but look, my instinct would say no. You've got to, I mean, some of these things you've just got to put it in, think of it from your perspective. If somebody contacted you completely out of the blue, asking you to do something for them, to follow them, to purchase their product or something, you wouldn't like it, would you? So
yeah,
I kind of think you've got to apply the
greasy feel.
Yeah.
If you read the next comment, Julia had that happen to her. She said she had a DM today from somebody who just said he could help expose my post. Well, that makes me feel dirty straight up and get people more engaged. She wants me to give him my email so he sends me a plan.
So those are the people who have, I mean, I'm generalizing here. He may be totally legit, but law of averages, those are the people who get you massive followers that are not actually followers that are going to purchase your products, really. All right. My email's in my bias. I haven't replied, so I guess he wants my money. Yeah. So thanks for the tips, Claire and Rebekah. You are very welcome. So does anyone have any more questions? I get direct messages from new followers offering their services. So what would be the best way to engage with them? So people who follow you offer you their services. Can you give me an example?
To me, that sounds like it's the potential opening up for networking opportunities. So it might be a photographer saying,
an accounting firm. Okay. Look, to be honest, this is probably a really a negative viewpoint, but I would say it's not actually them contacting you. They've hired somebody like the guy in the couple of messages back trying to find clients. So I just write back, just be really honest with them and say, thanks so much. I'm not looking for an accountant right now. Just be polite, reply, because you've got to assume the best, of course, and think that maybe they are totally legit. So you want to be nice to them. But yeah, just kindly, thank you, but no thank you, basically. One other thing with direct messages, I know that I have seen people that when you follow them, they send you, so say somebody follows you, you then send them a DM. So DM, for anyone who doesn't know, is a direct message. Send a message saying, thanks so much for following me, and a little bit of something, maybe join my email list, or you get my freebie or something. That is something you can do when you're just starting out. If you've not got very many followers, it would probably get a bit overwhelming if you had a lot of followers and you're getting a lot a day, but that's something that would probably be the only thing I would suggest for using direct messaging. I wouldn't be contacting people out of the blue. All right, does anyone have a question about responding to people in DMs? I don't like doing business that way. I much prefer them to email me, so I have that saved in my bio. Yeah, so just reply to a direct message and say, thanks so much. Would you mind sending me an email at this? That's all you have to do. You don't have to engage in it, because I know it's tricky to keep track of all of those things. I'm the same. I always ask people if they've got something that requires a bit more detail, I always ask them to send me an email so that I can keep all my correspondence and stuff in one place. Should I respond to people who still message? Yes. So yeah, always respond, but just remind them, please send me an email. Yeah, my immediate thought on that is not to write no DM, because you don't want to close people off, and sometimes that's something that's like on an Instagram story, people can instantly message you from that. So if you're cutting off that form of communication, I feel like you could be cutting off part of your audience, and it's not a huge deal to then write back and say, send me an email. But sometimes people are just engaging you with you on that. Like, I get so many things that people just reply to one of my Instagram stories and go, oh, like, it's the kids doing something silly, and they're like, oh, that's hilarious, and you want to write back. You don't want to cut off that form of like we said in whatever tip number it was, it's a two-way street, so you don't want to cut them off.
Yeah, engage in engagement.
Do people know if we've seen their message, like on Facebook? I don't think so, unless I send you a video message, because they can see if you've viewed it. It's a catch-22 a little bit, but yeah. Like say it was for, I don't know, for cakes, for orders or something, you can say for orders, email me in your bio, but you don't want to tell people not to DM you because you want that engagement.
That might be their preferred method of contact.
Yeah, exactly. I had for all business inquiries, placement of orders, email. Yeah, exactly. So that's fine to put it like that. And then if somebody does send you a DM related to that, just say, yeah, thanks very much. Please send me an email. All right. Does anyone have any other questions?
Yeah. Is there any other questions at all, guys? Otherwise, we'll be sending the replay out for anyone who missed the first section. We'll be sending that out in a couple of hours once it uploads.
No, I think that might be it. Well, thank you all so much for coming, showing up. Yes, we really appreciate you taking the time to come to this and hope it has made a difference. As I said, just making these little changes has made such a difference to my following. It's actually growing finally after months and months. I would say almost a year of being stagnant. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you
even
both.
if it's even if you just take away one or two tips or moments, like heard a search for your hashtags, or you know what, I'm going to post once per day, or
exactly.
I'm going to use that plan app to prettyify my pictures. Just one tip can make a difference, and keep taking
just choose
steps
one. That would be my recommendation, to just pick one and go with that. And then once you've got that under control, then do another thing. Don't try and do everything at once, because I certainly didn't. I did this all over a couple of months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for the workshop. You're welcome, Kathy. Welcome, Minky. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome, everyone. There's so many people. Kelly, Minky, Karen, Kathy, Julia, Teresa, Selmarie, and Alexi still here. You guys rock. You get A+.
Wow, yes. Gold star for making it to the end.
Yeah, gold star.
Yeah. Okay.
Nerds after my own heart. I love a good gold star.
Go to bed now. Yeah, Julia, go to bed.
Good. Please. Have a beautiful, beautiful
Have a good sleep.
Yeah.
I'm a bit jealous. All right. Well, thanks, everyone.
All right.
And just a reminder that we run a workshop every 2 weeks. We were a different topic every 2 weeks. So
yeah. So in 2 weeks' time is our business plan workshop. So reviewing your March goals and your business plan and writing your April business plan. What are your goals for April? So if you want help with keeping on track of your monthly business plan and your goals, reviewing and then setting, so join us for that one. It is, I'll put the link in the chat box.
Okay. Julia said signs up for everything, keeps you motivated. Yeah, exactly. I actually personally love the goal planning workshops, even though we're running them, because it keeps me on track as well.
We've got a couple other workshops next month as well. End of next month is SEO. We talk about how to get Google traffic. So SEO is search engine optimization, which is getting more love from Google, more traffic to your website from Google. So that's in a month's time. And then the following month, we've got Pinterest again as well. So anyone wants to sign up for that, that's all at the free workshop link I just put in the chat box.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming. We will hopefully see some of you over
Thanks,
in the next
Claire.
one.
Thanks, everyone. It was
all
awesome.
Right. Bye.
Bye.